All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honor to our apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone who teach, guide, and rule well. And greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto you, hopeful elect out there. Shalom unto you. Your brother Shaquat with a quick video here. It's basically showing you that you so-called Negroes and you so-called Hispanics and so-called Native Americans are actually brothers according to the scriptures, and you were in captivity together. You're still in captivity together. Okay? And so as I was looking up picking cotton, and it just popped up that Hispanics or so-called Mexicans, which is known through faith as a tribe of Issachar in the Bible, is also had images of them picking cotton as well. We know the so-called Negroes pick cotton, but they don't talk about when the other tribes were doing that slavery. Okay, so I'm gonna hit a few scriptures, but I'm gonna show you first. This is from the Library of Congress.gov, right? Migratory field workers picking cotton in the San Joaquin Valley, California. It says Negroes, Mexicans, and refugee whites pick cotton together in this field. These pickers, and those are probably Israelite foreigner so-called whites, or either way, when you watch these movies and you read about the history about it, it clearly depicts that they didn't have as hard a situation as the dark-skinned people did. Okay, some of them were just hired for a little bit. They were indentured servants, but then otherwise, it was your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. So anyway, it says these pickers are being paid. Yeah, okay, sure. The year was this. Mexican cotton pickers, and this was the image I believe I saw. Let's see here. This is probably recent. Corpus Christi, Texas. These are older images. Come on, show a big image. Okay, yep, that was the one I saw. Okay, so-called Hispanics picking cotton as well. All right. You people got to get past this because they're removing it out of the history books anyway. But you got to get past what did Mexico. Okay, they picked a lot of different things. Slavery in Mexico. Okay, all kinds of stuff. Let's go back though. Here's some of the images. Okay, that's that first image. There goes some images, man. Jakes, man. Out there. It look like somebody I know, man. Her right there. Yep. Mexican field laborers in cotton field. All right, so they pick cotton as well, man. And it's not just about cotton. Particularly got the babies picking it, man. This is crazy, man. This is the captivity we went under. And this is the key of understanding these scriptures, okay? We are oppressed together, but this is the same oppression that he had us oppressed together. When you go back and you read about the scriptures and it talks about Babylon oppressing the children of Israel. Matter of fact, let me go to that one. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 50. And let's see if they have it in this chapter. I believe in this chapter is going to say Babylon. Yep. Look here, right? Jeremiah 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. What are those archers? The different countries that have these missiles, these ICBMs and different types of missiles, short-range, long-range missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles to shoot on this place. Okay, it says call together the archers against Babylon, which that wasn't possible in ancient Babylon. It says all ye that bend the bow, right? Oh, they have that you go to put that with Habakkuk. It says camp against it round about, let none thereof escape, recompense her according to her work. This place has been a demon all over the earth, ran by the so-called white men, which are the Edomites, according to the Bible. It says, according to all that she hath done, do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel. With that God complex they have, okay? Putting us in captivity, forgetting about that they're a man as well. Okay, it says, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Okay, and that's the time we're coming up to. Okay, and I'm going to make another point before I hit the precepts I actually had kind of set up. Verse 32, it says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Okay, thus saith the Lord, this is what I had, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. But if you understand the history, we were not oppressed together in Babylon. The southern kingdom was in captivity under the Babylonians, and the northern kingdom went in captivity under the Assyrians. Okay, and they went first. Now, this is talking about both of them being in Babylon. When is that? This new Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon, Babylon the Great, written in the book of Revelation. Okay, because so-called America is the new Babylon, or Babylon the Great. That's why I said shoot those arrows and destroy it. They say race it. Like there's all these different things that's talking about this place here being destroyed, you know, and how we're in here together. But it's a future prophecy, not the ancient prophecy of what happened in ancient Babylon, which was the land of Iraq. Well, that place is still over there. It didn't get destroyed like Babylon the Great is going to get destroyed in the lake of fire. Okay? Now, to bring this full timeline together, how is it that we were oppressed like this? Okay? How is it that we were oppressed like this? See, it's still talking about Babylon. How is it? Well, the prophecy in Genesis, the 27th chapter, speaks about it. 38. Yep. 39. Yep. It says, and Isaac, his father, talking with Esau, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. He gonna have the control of all of the I don't want to say the elements, but of all the resources. All right. And by thy sword shall thou live. And they're going to live by the killing instrument. That's what's going on. This is that man's rulership right now. He's oppressing Judah and Israel together in Babylon the Great, the great land of confusion. Okay. Because the Hebrew word Babal means confusion. All right. And this is a place of confusion. Look, we see the alphabet soup. We see the juicy juice. We see all these different things that don't, freedom of religion, all these other things, man, we see going on, and they allow you to do. You see paganism running rampant. You see idol worship running rampant. Okay, all types of falsehoods and crazy stuff, obesity, all types of things that go on in this world today that this place upholds and don't even try to put into order. Like I mentioned in another video, how is it ketchup over here has 17 ingredients, but ketchup in other countries, in other continents, it's like 3 or 4. Something's really wrong, and a lot of them are the basic things that you can understand in those, but then over here, it has all these scientific names for stuff. Why? Chemicals, basically. Anyway, it says, well, this is when this man served, and he's used everything that he possibly can as his sword. Chemicals. He's used literal bullets. He's used everything. Killing swords. He's used every situation. Oppression. Bad health. He used the music against you. He's used everything against your nature, against you, because this man is wiser than Daniel. When you go and watch the movie, They Cloned Tyrone, it shows you some of the ways that they oppressed it and killed our people. You know, Jake getting upset and having a nigga moment, man. Okay? Treating it like it's an experiment. It's a project. Okay? Anyway, it says, and it shall come to pass that when thou shalt have the dominion, when you have your rulership, and this is that rulership, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Meaning we wouldn't be over him in that moment. And we're not. And he has a dominion right now. In this same situation, he's going to live by the sword. He's going to rule the earth and all his resources. Well, that's what's going on right now. Well, to break that, and what does he do with it? He oppressed us. He put us in captivity. Now, the prophecy in Deuteronomy says that. I have this one as well, 28th chapter. Shoot, what verse was that? Where the verse is that? Right, 33. Matter of fact, I'll start up at let's see. Yep, I'll start at 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Even though we're the stronger of the twins, talking about Jacob and Esau, the sons of Rebekah, they're over us now. Even though we're the younger brother, we were stronger as the younger brother, but they're over us now. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? Let's see if we can go back over here, though. Right? You can see different images. Look at this, man. Okay? This is just Northern Kingdom pictures. We know that there were Southern Kingdom pictures. Picking cotton and watch what pop up. Negroes gonna pop up, man. Look. You already know. Okay? Throw a white man in there. He looks happy and shit. Look, they in black and white and sepia photos don't look so happy, man. Okay? Yeah, right. Get out of here with that. Black picking cotton. Watch how bad these images get with babies out there. Okay, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and shall fail with longing for them all the day long. And they even would break up and separate the families. And your children will be taken somewhere, your husband or your wife be taken to another plantation, sold, and like nothing. You know, it meant nothing to you. Okay, there's nothing you can do to stop it. And there shall be no might in thine hand. Then you can do to stop it. It said, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. So we harvested and grew all these crops and everything, but another nation reaped the benefits of it. Okay, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Okay. Now, when you go into this, Deuteronomy 28:68. Matter of fact, I'll show you why real quick in the 44th verse 45. 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. He's gonna rule over us. This is Esau's captivity. Okay, I mean Esau's dominion. Okay, and this is what he did to us. And both kingdoms, north and south, had to deal with this, man. These curses aren't just for one of the tribes; it's for all the tribes. And moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenedest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And we agreed to complete all the laws, man, to practice to all the laws perfectly is what we agreed to. So we would be blessed forevermore, and if we didn't, we'd be cursed forevermore. All right, and that's what we're seeing. So, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So you're looking at the babies go through it too, because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh thy power with joyfulness. And how do you know? Because even today, you can teach a so-called Negro or Hispanic or whatever and they'll deny that God exists. They'll deny. They won't want to do it. It'll be too hard to change their diet and to stop eating certain things. And you wonder why we're in these captivities, right? It says, because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Now let's go down to the last verse, 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again. Well, Egypt, ancient Egypt, was the last time that both kingdoms were in captivity at the same time together. Okay? Until this one now. That's why I was talking about Egypt again. A new land of bondage, a new type of Egypt. And you look at all the symbolism in this place. It's a lot of Egyptian symbolism. Obelisks, pyramids. Look at the money. It's on the money. There's all kinds of ancient Egyptian sun worshipped and so on and so forth around here. All right? By the way whereof I spake unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again, our homeland. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No one's going to rescue us, man. But we'll be sold unto our enemies, showing you who our enemies are. It's our evil twin brother. All right? So let's hit a few of these other precepts. I just want to make a point and show you their same dominion is the same time that we're going to, that we be oppressed. Okay? And at the end of their dominion, because we're being oppressed together, at the end of their dominion will be when we come out of this thing. So let me get one more in Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9. I'll start at verse 7. Yep, it says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And you go to the 25th chapter of Genesis to hear about that particular story. For Esau is the end of the world. This is giving you the meaning of that situation. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's why that was symbolic, Jake grabbing Eve's heel on the way out the womb. Because normally it was the elder would come out and they would get the blessing, the birthright. Well, the prophecy was told unto Rebekah that the younger would get the blessing, the birthright, and he would be bigger and stronger. All right, and so that's why she helped him to supplant Isaac. Anyway, so that's the point of that. Now let's get a couple of these precepts. So I'm kind of working backwards, but it's okay. All right, let's go here to Isaiah 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, from this captivity, from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Okay, he's going to give us rest. So this thing is going to end, man. But this thing is going to end. But look where we're at now, though. We are yet this day. Let me get it. Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. We read the curses, right? And to be subject to payments. We got to make payments. We make money now. Oh, you're free after 1865. You're free. Free to have jobs, but you got to put all your time into these jobs. You don't get to work when you want to. You got to work to make these payments, and then they got you in these contracts that make you subject to these payments. Okay? According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh our power. Okay? From there, let's go. Yeah. Let's go right here, Daniel 9. It says, And he hath confirmed his words, which spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing us under a great evil. For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem, upon the Israelites. Okay? These conditions are bad, man. This is just the servitude of picking cotton. This ain't even like a major, where they fetching, the word I'm looking for, gator bait. Like, this ain't the gator bait situation where they're taking babies, cutting them out of their mother's stomach and throwing them into the swamps to pull up the alligators. Okay, or they're chopping off the Northern Kingdom's heads and kicking the ball around, inventing the game soccer. Okay, this is what they used to do to our children, man, do to us, and far worse than things that can be described. Okay, but they want to erase this history, but this history has not been erased in the mind of the Heavenly Father. He will avenge us. Okay, so let me go to this last one in Jeremiah 50, which says, "Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." Okay, every captivity has been that way, but this is the worst, especially now that we're being oppressed together. How do we know? Because we're in the same neighborhoods, man. We have a similar spirit about us, like we're brothers, you know, with a different personality, man, but from the same family line. Okay, we're still out of the children of Israel. We're still out of the son of Jacob. Okay, all the way down, grandchildren of Jacob, talking about the sons of Joseph. Okay, these things are situations that when you look at how we live, man, we live in the worst conditions. We live when the worst situations roll out, when Jacob's trouble rolls out. Okay, when Jacob's trouble rolls out, what's gonna happen, man? We're gonna get jacked up. Okay, the worst. Okay, it's gonna be worse upon us. All right. Yep. It's gonna be worse upon us, man. We're gonna have it worse than any other nation upon the earth, because we're in such a low position. We don't have the luxury of holding out, and we got a God that tells us we can't sell out in the hour of temptation, and it's gonna be hard pressing us. So we got to make a decision. Okay, I'll close out with this one in Ecclesiastes 7. 7:7 or 7:8. Yep, 7:7. "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad," and we should be mad and frustrated and angry. Okay, we should be when we see the oppression that's coming upon us. When you see a movie like they clone Tyrone, you see it's in the chicken, and it's in the grape drink, and it's in the music, and it's, you know, just on and on and on, controlling us for negativity, man. You know, and there's more to it than that. Okay, but it was satirical, but it was actually true though. Okay, watching a movie like that, but watching these images, man, we're both in these images, man, going through it tough, man. Okay, going through it tough. All right. Verse 8, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof," because it said, "and the gift destroyed the heart." All right, it said, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof." Yeah, I'm glad we at the end, man. According to prophecy, we at the end. Good thing, man. Better than just getting into Africa and then seeing ships pull up on the coast, and then being surrounded by the Hamites and the Ishmaelites, you know, and then fighting us and wrestling us and letting this white man chain us and throw us on the ships. In the beginning of this thing barely happening. Okay, we're at the end of this thing, man. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. It's been bitter, which is the word America in the Italian, amargo. Okay, which Amerigo Vespucci was the Italian sailor that came over and they named it after him. Amargo means bitter. Okay. It says, "And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit." So yeah, man, now is when we got to be patient in spirit. But what are we doing? We're going to be occupied in prophecy to the end, man. Okay, we're gonna stay in the spirit, man, the spirit of righteousness, rehearsing the righteous acts to the end. But this is the thing, man. They got us oppressed together. They got us in these hoods together. We the first fired, the last hired. I mean, all these situations where we're the same. Okay, well, it's time to get out of that back and forth gang violence, prison war shit. That's all set up to divide and conquer us when we're all going through the same things together. Okay, and we're all in it for the same things. There'll be 12,000, as it says in the book of Revelation. There'll be 12,000 of all the 12 tribes, man, getting out of here. And then there'll be a 1/3 of the mixed multitude as well of Hebrew Israelite foreigners. All right. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rachakodash, Double honors to our apostles and the elder bishops and bishops of the great millstone who teach God and rule well. And greetings, salutations, blessings, and love for you that's out there laboring and fighting for your salvation in these last days, man. Shalom unto you. To the next one.